Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at... I know I'm in an alleyway. I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers. That's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
Oh, Jesus.
With me, your host, Satan.
I'll get you, Gadget.
We have... What's that guy's name again?
Hitler.
Gadget? Wait, Inspector Gadget is an
Oh, yeah. Oh, who's the... Claw.
Claw. We have here Claw.
I thought you were doing... Oh, I'm Claw. The same... Okay.
You set it up.
You did... Okay, we literally started this, and you just started doing that voice. So now... Okay, we're back in the bit.
Hello, Satan.
Thank you for coming into my podcast. I have many questions.
You're very handsome, I gotta say.
So are you.
Well, nobody's ever seen my face. I'm always in a chair.
Well, I'm looking straight at it, and let me tell you, it's very real.
The waveform on this shit is going off the rails.
So, Claw.
Yeah.
What's it like trying to defeat Inspector Gadget?
It's fucking frustrating, I gotta say. He's just a wacky guy.
He seems pretty incompetent, if you ask me.
He's bumbling, and that's what makes it terrible.
Seems like he should go down pretty easy.
Nah. He always has some gadget.
Oh. Well, I'm going to give you one more shot here, Claw.
Yeah.
I'm sending you back to the surface.
Oh,
one more time.
On Wheel of Hell.
On Wheel of
Our new game show. You're gonna go back and see if you can defeat. And if you succeed, you get a brand new car. You are going back to hell. But
you get a brand new PT Cruiser.
Ooh, I want that.
I want that.
I'll get you, Gadget, and the PT Cruiser.
Right now.
I'll drive her. It'll be great. I just gotta sit in my office most of the day. Hey, welcome to Segment City, everybody.
Welcome. It's not actually the podcast from hell. It might be the podcast from heaven.
Hell's most popular podcast.
It's true.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Nobody listens to her except for
directly into hell.
Yeah, because they went to heaven.
Maybe that's why we don't have very many
loud.
listeners, because we're broadcasting directly downwards.
That might be true.
That might be true. Maybe we should start drafting it other directions.
Yeah. Well,
I'm Theo Sapakos, and this
is the game show. Well, you did your name, and then you said this is Segment City.
Segment City.
I'm Will Kane, the most popular devil in all of hell.
I already introduced myself without a nickname.
I got you.
Dang it.
That's the
I'm
hell
Theo
way.
Sapakos, your normal Earth boy.
Normal Earth boy. Well, welcome everybody. This is a podcast in which Theo and I produce segments each week. You never know what you're going to get. I don't know what Theo's going to present this week. We each present segments, some new, some reoccurring. My segments this week are going to be reoccurring ones. So
OMG.
Get comfy. This is a comfortable episode.
This is unlike our other. This is a very uncomfortable episode.
This is a very uncomfortable episode.
Listeners be warned. Very uncomfortable episode.
I didn't know you were going to do your hell opener. I had an opener kind of planned in my head.
We'll save it.
No, I'm not going to save it. I want to talk about it because I'm comfortable now, and I just want to quickly talk about a very comfortable show, which was Annie put on while I was in the bathroom the other night. I just came in and she was like,
it's nice
I just
wanted
wanted
to
to follow
watch TV shows together.
Yeah,
you from the
Netflix.
bathroom, her from the couch. This is a nice.
I just opened the
time.
door and I listened in, and it was called The Repair Shop.
Oh yeah, my mom told me about this.
Oh my god, it's so wholesome.
Yeah,
it's British. It's basically a barn that they converted into a workshop, and a bunch of British people just fix shit for people. They bring in their antiques, and they don't charge them money. I don't think, unless they do in the back, just outtakes of so you this repair costs $10,000.
OMG.
I can't do that. But it was just it's just like people in flat caps coming in with kind faces and with their antique
With kind
accordions.
faces.
There's just one old man that just had the most British old man. He looked like his head looked like a very happy gourd. It was just like circular, and he just had like the perfect laugh lines, and he was eyes that smiled at you, and like big old ears, and he was just
Big
a
old
fine
ears.
guy, and it was just so nice. But I love that they would go back to people's houses for the reactions, because like they repaired an accordion for an old woman who played it during the Blitz, like the World War II London
Sure.
Blitz. The British people are so great because it was such an understated. She's like, "Oh, that's lovely." It's like, and I could tell that the producers were like, "You got to do
You
something
gotta
more."
freaking work
And then
it up.
they were like, "Oh, it's so nice." Look it up.
Is that good enough? It's really good.
very nice. I love it.
The only thing I know about this show is what my mom said, that the commentator or the narrator will occasionally
so calming.
so calming, but he'll occasionally try to stir up drama by saying, "They're surely gonna have their hands full with this one."
They do have like Annie had watched. She hadn't watched that much, but she was like, so I think they just like kind of chunk them based on the project, because she's like, those people they never interview them until later, and they're working on something that comes in episode 10. Like, so they're all doing it at the same time. They're just doing a bunch of shit.
Right.
And they have like a clockmaker and like a guy who specializes in painting and like all this other. I'm like, I love that.
This is great.
This is fun. Like
specialties.
Converted a barn.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm just gonna go straight into Will's stupid thought. That was a nice little opener.
That was Will's nice thought.
That was like Will's nice thought. Theo, I said this right before we started the podcast that I have a theme for this week, as I weirdly often do.
Yeah.
And this theme was begotten by one of the segments, and the theme is dinosaurs.
OMG.
This is the dinosaur
I also have
episode.
a dinosaur theme one.
Oh my god!
But
Okay, so this is the
it's
dinosaur.
not coming up till actually peek behind the curtain next episode.
Okay, you prepared. So I came up with a Will stupid thought about dinosaurs. If dinosaurs were around when people were around, how do you think we would try to domesticate them? Like, what would in my mind, I thought of what would we ride into combat?
Sure, that's one thing.
One thing. Would you go for Triceratops?
They'd make a baller guard dog.
What, Triceratops?
No, just any dinosaur.
Velociraptor.
Beware of dinosaur.
Guard my baby,
Imagine if you
Velociraptor.
saw that sign on someone's house. There's no way you're breaking into there. Beware of dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Well, what kind? And it's like one of those signs that's like beware of dog, but it's a little tiny dog, or like a
That's like
happy
when
dog.
when you see like the beware of dog, and you're like, I don't know about that, and then you see the tiny little dog.
You're like, oh shit. I've seen chihuahuas. They're brutal.
Yep. Like the dinosaur equivalent of that is like, it shows like a picture of a T-Rex, and it's just like a cute little like baby Triceratops, and you're like, oh,
And then
I'm gonna break in there.
and then you go in and it's just a head of a T-Rex. And you're like, hey, what are you doing?
Hey, what's going on there?
I can't really. They didn't give me a lot of space. Can you hop into my mouth?
I can't come to you, but can you come to me?
Can you come? I reach in with little arms.
3 steps. I have little
You
arms.
just go into a corner.
Yeah.
You can't get you with the little arms. That's a little.
Yeah.
That's a scene from.
We definitely
Meet the
would have
Robinsons.
never invented cars, because they would be really fun to ride.
I didn't
No
think
more
about
cars,
like
just
the
dress-
Flintstones did a lot of stuff with dinosaurs.
Yep.
They rode down their backs and stuff.
What are you doing with your hand?
I'm just.
Why are you doing that with your hand? You
I
got
don't know,
T-Rex
I'm doing a lot of
arms.
Physical comedy.
Yeah. It's good.
our
It's good for
podcast.
our audio listeners.
For audio listeners who are all the listeners, there is no visual
That's right.
component to our podcast.
What else would they do with domesticated dinosaurs?
Well, yeah, I think you could maybe apple picker Stegosaurus.
Okay.
Like you can go up on trees. They're already doing that. They're already up
Would
there.
the
You can climb them.
fauna... No. Would the flora match the fauna? Would the flora be really big? Like, would the plant life be
Would
really
it
big?
still be the kind of
Would
Jurassic?
humans be in prehistoric times, or would dinosaurs be in modern times?
It's an interesting thought.
Riddle me this.
How about we do 50-50?
50-50.
Big trees, like more flora,
But it's modern times as
but
well.
it's modern times.
We wouldn't have to use elevators anymore. Brachiosaurus.
Okay. Yep.
No,
No wrecking ball. The guys with the dome heads.
Yep, they'd be great.
whacking into
Dude,
stuff.
dinosaurs would be great for construction.
They would be great. for
Brachiosaurus also a
constructions.
crane. You can just have him lifted up.
What would be our war beast? Can I ride into battle on a T-Rex? Do you? I don't
If you
think.
can convince the T-Rex not to eat you.
I think that's the main problem is that we would have to kill all the T-Rexes.
It's like wolves. Like humans don't just hang out with wolves. Although dogs.
You can't.
But
yeah, but they're nice.
What's the domesticated version of a T-Rex look like?
It's
very loyal.
Oh, I'm thinking about that now. Oh my god,
It's a little boy.
cute.
He's just curled
He's just
up.
like he's still probably like pretty because wolves are like bigger than dogs, but
Right.
like
So he's smaller.
but nicer. Like because dogs have teeth, but they're not as sharp.
No.
And they're not as like.
And they're trained to
fierce.
not want to bite unless they're a breed that does want to bite.
Would you pet a T-Rex's face like good boy?
You would? Good boy.
Good boy. You pat his big head.
You give him a treat?
You give him a treat, which would be an entire cow. It would be great.
Just a small snack.
Just a small snack.
We probably wouldn't have dogs or cats in this universe. We just have
They'd
dinosaurs.
probably get eaten by the dinosaurs.
Like if you take your dinosaur down to the local like dog
vet?
park, you take it down to the local dog park, and then there's no more dogs in the dog park. There's just
Excuse
T-Rex.
me, your T-Rex is goring my
Excuse me,
Stegosaurus.
Your T-Rex has my dog's leg in its mouth.
It has also the entirety of my dog. In
Also
its mouth.
all the dog.
I feel like velociraptors would be the worst at everything. They would be so spooky.
They'd be really spooky and they're really smart.
They're smaller than you'd think, though. They're the size they are in Jurassic Park. They're not.
Yeah, but it's like having
big other
like a
people.
pet monkey. Like you don't really want a pet monkey in your house, or like a pet raccoon. You don't really want that in your house.
They're little hands. They're little
They're
mischievous
getting into
hands.
everything.
They're always grabbing stuff.
You wouldn't be able to have hardwood floors anymore.
Scratch it up.
Scratch
with
it
those
up.
big old with those big nails.
You can't declaw a dinosaur.
Hey, remember in the beginning of Jurassic Park when what's his name comes up to the kid and he's like, "Yeah, so velociraptors would get you with this claw,
Yeah, this claw.
and like rip your innards out."
Who says that to a child?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can't just. That's
Hey,
messed
remember
up.
that? That was
Remember when that kid was scarred for life?
Remember when he said this would murder you and eat you alive, which
And
would
then
be
the
the
child
worst
got
thing
chased
ever.
by the animal that was alive.
What did he get chased by? I forgot what happened.
It was
after
that kitchen scene with the kitchen. The kid was being like the two kids were in the kitchen and the velociraptor was trying to find
Oh
them.
no, that's a different kid though.
Oh, is that a different kid?
Yeah, it was just a punk kid that was on his.
Punk
like,
kid. That punk kid probably got
like,
eaten.
He was on a dig site and there was just people. Who does that? It's not a fun time.
That's what we call bad parenting.
Bad parenting. Anyway, I feel like we got enough on that.
There you go.
I don't want to.
I would want a pet dinosaur.
What pet dinosaur would you most want? I feel like I would want it to be manageable.
It would definitely be an herbivore.
Yes, I feel like that's without saying. If you
I
could
would
get
want one of the-
miniaturized,
I want one of the tall boys. I
You
want a
want a tall-
Brachiosaurus. I want one of those,
Ooh.
or Allosaurus. I want one of those big boys.
yeah, like
Long necks.
Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want one of
Oh,
those.
tall boy.
I feel like that's a good one. You could slide down its back like Fred Flintstone.
Hell yeah, brother!
Anyway, do you got a segment for me?
I got a segment for you.
You got a segment for me?
This is a short one. I
Okay.
saw on the internet. This was making its rounds.
Okay.
There was this guy named David DeLooper,
Okay.
and he. What you have a smug face.
No, it's just like I was trying to come up with bits about David DeLooper.
Sounds like
and
a
I just
superhero,
can't-
doesn't he?
It sounds, yeah.
He sounds like he'd be a teleporting.
It sounds like a
superhero.
made-up name.
Yeah,
It sounds like
It
it's
sounds-
the alliteration. It's like Bruce Banner.
right.
He was
Peter
the main
Parker.
character of the movie Looper. That's all I got. I got
That's not
nothing.
very okay.
You're like it's nothing.
That's nothing.
You've given me nothing.
All right, David DeLooper,
Okay.
and he set out to be on.
David DeLooper, more like David DePooper. I don't even know if he's doing good stuff. You're gonna be like he's actually curing cancer. It's pretty great.
Will
Yeah.
David DePooper?
You're saying it.
That's
yeah.
a 10 out of 10 joke.
Oh, thank you. The award goes to
the award for best joke.
Joke of the Year
Well,
in
for
January.
David DePooper.
Oh wow! I already
Yeah.
got the 2020 award.
It's the joke Grammys. The
Oh, yeah.
jammies.
The second best joke, runner up. Goes to the jammies.
Best
Everybody goes
joker
with Grammys
in a
and-
supporting role.
As
Best goober in a supporting role.
As
All right.
opposed to Joaquin Phoenix, best Joker in main role, lead role. Go talk about David
DeLooper. He was on all 30 Jumbotrons in 30 days of the NBA.
Oh,
A different Jumbotron every day.
how did he do that, Theo?
So this is the interesting part. I think to get on a Jumbotron, all you need to be is like
Interesting.
you
just need to be
in
like-
a kind of a costume, but not even really.
Yeah,
And
like a
you need to
towel
have, like-
around your
like-
neck.
Okay dance moves and have no sense of shame. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Like it really is not doesn't seem that hard to get on the Jumbotron.
How hard is it to be the person that is like on the camera looking around the
It's
crowd?
funny because I've been like at
have
sporting
you
events.
been on the Jumbotron?
I mean, yeah, but not for anything interesting.
Oh.
Basically, like, you'll see these people going up into the stands and trying
Yeah.
to find interesting people. And their whole job is to look in the stands and find people who are interesting, doing interesting things. Like, that's their whole job.
Yeah.
Like, go outside, find someone who's interesting, and
I
put them
would-
on a giant screen.
I would appreciate this person.
Yeah.
I would 100, like, he's trying.
Yeah.
And he's doing, like,
Yeah.
you have a checklist, and he's like,
Right.
what is the checklist? I'm going to check all this off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the interesting part is, like, by the time you get to, like, 15, the stadiums that you haven't gone to are like, we know he's coming.
Yeah.
He's coming.
And then it becomes an event.
And then it becomes
it's
a
like,
thing.
It's like
Yeah.
when Jeopardy got way more popular after, like, they have somebody who's on a streak.
Right, exactly. So
You
this guy's
think it would get
he's on a
boring?
streak,
It gets
exactly.
more
And it's funny
impressive.
because you think about this idea, it probably takes like, it's probably cost him 10 grand.
Really? Oh, to go to all the games?
It costs all the games, and means you have to be in 30
He has to
different
travel.
you have to be in
Yeah.
30 different cities and 30 different dates. Maybe it costs him more, but maybe like 15
What does
grand.
he do? That seems like something that somebody in their 30s, 40s,
He was
businessy
in the,
kind of
like
guy.
late 20s, early 30s.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's an expensive little like game he's playing.
I bet you also by the time
Hmm.
he's on his like 17th or 18th, I bet tickets are coming free to him.
Oh, that's
I
true.
bet they want him to come.
But that wasn't part of his plan.
No,
His
that wasn't his part of his
like
plan. Right.
that's a fun little thing that
That's a
gets
fun little
he saves some money, but
So-
his plan was to spend $10,000.
So he dressed up as a couple different interesting things. I thought it
Okay.
was funny. In Denver, the team is the Denver Nuggets.
Yep.
And he dressed as a gold prospector.
Okay.
Like he had a big old wig and he had a
That's-
mining hat.
that's not what I
He's
expected.
doing like a crazy dance. Like, yeah!
Are these the right nuggets? I thought they were chicken nuggets. That's what I thought it was going to be, is a big old chicken nugget.
He dresses as Colonel Sanders. He's like,
Is it this kind of nugget?
I am the proprietor of this team now.
I am the new face of Colonel Sanders. I know they switch him out every
The
once in a
Denver
while.
Chicken nuggets.
Welcome to my new store, the stadium.
It's halftime. Everybody
I would-
gets free nuggets.
I
Rain
would
them from the ceiling.
100%. I've never been to a basketball game. If they're handing out chicken nuggets, they're thrown into the crowd, I would 100% go.
Yeah.
They're just.
The funny thing is
Hit me in
also
the
about
face with it.
basketball, occasionally they'll do these like at halftime, you bring a fan onto the court, and if they
Yeah.
can hit a half court shot, they'll get something.
I've seen like gifs of that
Yeah.
when people hit it and,
And people
everyone's
are like, they're freaking out. Yeah, but the different teams are different levels of generous.
okay.
like-
so you might.
So, for instance, high end of the scale, the Lakers had someone on. Guy hits a free throw, a half court shot.
Yeah.
He wins 10 grand.
Damn. That's a lot.
Low end of the scale,
Wait, I want to guess. What basketball team would sheep out on this?
yeah.
I don't know that many basketball teams. If I'm going to be honest, like maybe Nuggets. I feel like have a sense of humor.
So I think it was either the Memphis Grizzlies
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
or the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, because
And
Oh,
when
the
someone hit a
Pelicans, my
half court
favorite
shot,
team.
they gave them a year's supply of
chicken,
Popeye's chicken.
oh, I wasn't wrong.
Like, yeah, a 1 year supply. Like, that's not even worth
That's
that
not-
much.
Yeah, it depends on how much you want Popeyes.
Right.
If it's if you're a big fan of Popeyes and you're going there, you really get
And
it.
feel free to correct me, listeners, because I might have details of this wrong.
Yeah,
Okay, so also what he did, he also wore a dragon costume at the Magic game.
that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. He dressed in a Hawk onesie at the Hawks game.
Okay,
He had a sword fight on the sideline during a timeout of the Cavaliers game. And
Okay.
it was during the middle of the like cheerleaders going, and you could tell no one cared about the cheerleaders. They just cared about this guy in a Cavaliers costume, like having a little sword fight.
they're trying to find him at this point.
They were. He
He's-
dressed as
I
like a
like-
lobster in New Orleans and was like doing a little
I like
lobster
that he's
dance.
doing like bits
Yeah,
on
he's
the
doing
team.
bits. He's
And I'm
basically
like, okay, this is
becoming a-
good.
He dressed as Thor at the Oklahoma City Thunder game. It's the
I was
Thunder.
like-
he was like spinning around his
I was
hammer.
like, what team could
Yeah.
this possibly be?
And then he was dressed as Batman at the Spurs, and the mascot came over and like caught him in a net, and everyone was like, "Oh!"
Wait, what is the joke with that?
I don't know.
When you try to get a bat out of your house and get it through the window.
He got him. And then the last one that was really good was the Chicago Bulls have a very famous mascot. His name is
Yes.
Benny the Bull.
I've seen like a full YouTube video on him.
Yes.
There's like 30 minutes.
Yeah, he was a big deal.
Yeah, he's very funny.
So this guy was at the Bulls game, and Benny comes over like with two huge things of popcorn, like probably bags like 3 feet tall, and he pretends like he's gonna give them to the guy.
He
And
spills
the
them
guy's
on
like,
his head.
and then he just takes them and he dumps them
Yes!
directly on top of the guy's head, and
Yes!
everyone in the stadium just freaks the fuck out.
I
was like,
love
"Wow!"
that. He's just obliterated.
He's just obliterated by Benny the Bull.
Benny. Benny's such a
Benny's just
fun.
They're just like, go dump this on this guy.
Benny destroy. Imagine being Benny. Oh.
So that's the reason why Benny was so famous.
Job.
The guy that was Benny for like 30 years became really famous because he was really good at his job.
Yeah.
Now he's retired, so I don't know who's it now.
The other person's just riding the coattails. Probably.
That's right. Yeah. It's hard
Not
to live up to that
Benny.
legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So anyways, that's Devin DeLooper. Not a superhero. Just a guy who went to 30 NBA games.
He's a superhero in my heart. Oh.
All right. What do you got for me, Will?
Well, of course I got a dinosaur-themed one of Conspiracy Query.
Ooh.
All right. This is a segment in which I present Theo with 2 or 3 conspiracy theories. 2 of them are real. One of them is fake.
One you made.
I made it up. I also have some afterwards. I'm gonna tell you some like runners up because I found a lot. The theme is the dinosaur extinction was caused by blank.
Okay.
So it's about dinosaur extinction. The dinosaur extinction was caused by cataracts.
Okay.
Dinosaurs formed cataracts because of the higher heat and died from blindness. You thought about that more.
It was so hot.
It got so hot that...
Hey, honey, I'm thinking of opening an ophthalmology for dinosaurs. Yeah, come on in. You also need... Turns out everyone in this town needs glasses.
And then they get shades. They're cool. It saves the entire
I had this
dinosaur
Stegosaurus
race.
in today, and he was a real son of a bitch.
He wouldn't sit down in the chair and just look in the machine.
Can you read these letters out to me?
Do your best to read this.
Is it better with 2 or 3? 2 or 3?
I don't know what those numbers are.
3 or 4?
I don't. They're all the same to me. I'm not gonna.
Have you ever had an eye test?
Not in a while.
Do you know that machine that they go?
Yeah,
to?
they do the different frequency or not frequent, like intensity.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. The dinosaurs are killed by changes in gravity.
Ooh.
There was an event that changed the gravity on Earth to be heavier, which made it so the large, heavy dinosaurs could not move.
I can't get out of bed. Hi. I need you to help me. I can't get out of bed either.
Honey, please. And then last but not least, the dinosaurs didn't go extinct. They were abducted by aliens.
That's a real one. That's a real 1.5.
Aliens took all the dinosaurs back to their planet. Some suggest Earth was a larder, like so that they could eat them. Others say that dinosaurs were experiments. Things like that. So which one of these do you think is false?
Okay, so the third one's definitely true. So
Okay.
it's between cataracts
Yeah,
and heavy gravity.
and heavy gravity.
Cataract sounds hilarious.
Cataract
Because-
is very good.
Prehistoric eye care sounds awesome. I would love this idea. That sounds like a video game.
Make a game where you're a dinosaur that has
You're a blind dinosaur. What a great game. First-person shooter. It's all black. You
Doc,
just hear,
Doc, I need some new glasses. My T-Rex arms can't get these on my face.
I'm just imagining just a very big glasses on a T-Rex's, and it's smudged, and he can't do anything about it. He can't reach his eyes.
He's like, they're all smoked.
They're like,
I
it fell
can't do
down his
anything.
big nose.
Oh no, poor baby.
He's like trying to push it
He's
up.
like, he's got them at the tip of his nose, and he's like, I can't quite
He's like
see.
he's like an anime character. He's just like actually, fuck.
You haven't seen my giant teeth attack. Actually,
Shit.
just pushing them up off his nose. I think that's between that and gravity.
Yeah, heavy gravity. These big stegosaurs, these
Doctor, I
triceratops
think
on all.
there's something wrong with
flat.
me. I put my
It's like-
head down to eat some leaves and I can't pick it back up.
Help! Help!
All
Pterodactyls
the
falling out of the sky.
pterodactyls are like, ah!
I used to be so light. No, what happened?
Did I gain some weight all of a sudden or what? Honey, do I look fat to you?
You always look fat.
Oh no!
You're a big stegosaurus. What do you expect? You're a
I
big
thought I was a pterodactyl.
I thought it was lean. I was going on a leaf diet. Salads all the way.
It's all those skinny mirrors
It's all-
down at TJ Dinomax.
And the award for the third best joke
There you
goes
go.
to
There you go.
Sapacos.
That's off the dome. I think it was cataracts that is fake.
I think you made up cataracts. I would love if this was real though. Tell
All
me
right.
I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong.
You are wrong.
Ah!
That
I
is
feel
a
so
real
conflicted
conspiracy.
because I wanted to be right, but I also wanted to be wrong.
Now, listeners, feel free to call me out, but I did look this up with every Google search I could. The fake one is the dinosaurs didn't go extinct. They were abducted by aliens.
No.
I've looked it up every single way. There's nothing.
What?
I couldn't find anything.
This
I
is
found
shocking.
a T-shirt that said the aliens were dinosaurs are abducted by
Aliens were
but it was-
abducted by dinosaurs. They went out into space and they took all those aliens.
They took
They
them.
abducted them.
The dinosaurs just went to their home planet and they ate all the aliens.
That's right.
They were having this was their vacation
That
spot.
was their vacation.
Yeah, so that's the fake one.
That's
do you want to
shocking.
read? Do you want me to read the?
Yeah, I want to
the
know
real
about the
ones?
real ones.
All right, cataracts, because that one's your favorite. Explanations for dinosaur extinctions often reflected the expertise and perspective of the people who proposed them. No surprise then that in 1982, ophthalmologist eye doctor L.R. Croft suggested that bad eyesight undid the dinosaurs. Since exposure to heat can make cataracts form more quickly, Croft surmised that dinosaurs with weird horns or crests developed these bizarre ornaments to shield their eyes from the relative Mesozoic sun. In the world warmed by harsh sunlight, though, Croft expected that even these attempts to shade dinosaur eyes failed, and the creatures started to go blind before they hit sexual maturity. Croft's idea, however, totally fails to explain the mass extinction of species other than non-avian dinosaurs.
Wait, so his whole thing was they couldn't see
they
each other,
went blind and they couldn't see each other.
so they couldn't get laid. That's
Yes.
the thing.
That's the thing he said.
He's like, based on my experience, they're blind, so they can't get
I'm
laid.
blind as a bat, and
I
I
can't
haven't
get
been
laid.
laid in forever.
Must be what happened to the dinosaurs.
Maybe it's because I talk about why the dinosaurs were extinct all the time. With
He's at like
no
a dinner
evidence.
party, and he's like, "I'm going the way of the dinosaur," and they're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I can't get laid.
You're dying? No, I'm just
I just can't get laid."
I'm just a virgin.
Much like all the dinosaurs.
Like all the dinosaurs, they never.
Like, all right, Harold, go
Blind
back to.
people get-
I know
blind-
you're a successful ophthalmologist, but go back.
There's a lot of blind creatures. You just feel around. They make noises. Like there's so much stuff
What
that's
they
wrong
say,
with this.
It's all the same in the dark.
Is that a sex call? I can't see. I can't see your. I also love the idea that they created these like umbrella hats for themselves through evolution. Their eyes are getting
Frankie,
bad.
the sun is horrible down in here in Mesozoic Florida. I need a shade
Don't I
hat.
have nice frills? I can't see your
We should have
frills.
never moved down here.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
low right now.
I need some sunglasses, Frankie.
All right, changes in gravity.
Okay.
This one is wild. Most often embraced by creationists and conspiracy theorists, the idea here is that the force of gravity was much weaker during the Mesozoic era than it is today. According to the theory, this is why some dinosaurs were able to evolve to such gargantuan sizes. A 100-ton titanosaur would be much more nimble in a weaker gravity field. They just tap dancing everywhere. Just a ballerina.
The gravity just changes to be heavier. It's like, now I'll never be a ballerina.
Oh, no.
Skip a dab do bop ba.
More nimble in a weaker gravitational field, which would effectively cut its weight in half. Yes, you know how gravity works. At the end of Cretaceous period, Crustacean period, a mysterious event, perhaps an extraterrestrial disturbance or a sudden change in the composition of the
So
Earth's
aliens
core,
were involved.
caused our planet's gravitational pull to increase dramatically, effectively pinning larger dinosaurs to the ground, rendering them extinct. Since this theory is not based in reality, this is part of the article.
Wow.
There's not
savage
much
moments.
use listing all the scientific reasons the gravitational theory for dinosaur extinction is complete nonsense. I love this part because they're just like dunking on
'Cause
them.
they- yep,
There's
this-
absolutely no geological or astronomical evidence for a weaker gravitational field 100 million years ago. Also, the laws of physics, as we currently understand them, do not allow us to tweak gravitational constant just because we want to fit the facts to a given theory. Get fucking dunked on.
Get fucking dookied on.
Yeah, they got absolutely dookied on.
Oh
It was
God.
because of the composition of the air. It was more oxygen, I think, and that allowed for like bigger flora and fauna.
I thought
Like,
it
there
was
was big
more-
dragonflies.
Right. Because there was bigger plants which were producing more oxygen from the carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
I think the atmosphere is just more rich with
Yeah,
stuff.
so you could just have bigger things. Oh, so these are runners up. This is from the same article. Death by farting,
Yeah. Yep.
which is methane
Lines
gas
up,
that
giant-
caused global warming.
My experience with my girlfriend. Yep. That's definitely my party.
Do I have to cut that?
Yes,
I'm
you do
sorry.
have to get that.
Now I can't. And then death by butterflies, which is
Butterflies?
Butterflies ate all the plants. which is dumb because butterflies existed for a long time before and after. So it was like,
Yeah, but that doesn't really add up.
no, they're silly. They're conspiracy theories. Once again, if anyone can find that the theory that aliens abducted all the dinosaurs, I thought it was real, and I was like, let me research this, and I just couldn't find it.
Yeah.
The top link was an Amazon shirt. Like, it was insane.
All right. You know what? Your credibility lines up.
So
Send us an email if Will is horribly off base.
yep, segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
All right, let's over to you.
I
Theo.
have a segment for you. It's called In the News.
Ooh, in the news.
In the news.
In the nudes.
In the nudes. Deep in the nudes. You know what I'm saying? Ooh.
getting
This
hot here.
In the News
Yep.
is bringing it close to home.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Boston greater area.
Okay.
I have for you. Here's the headline. Natick police arrest parking lot pooper.
I heard about this. Oh my
The
god.
suspect is accused of 8 incidents.
It's a great story. My mother
Did you read this?
My mother burst in the door and said, I need to tell you the news I heard at this event. And I was like, Mother, please.
Well, we're going to read the article because it's not that long. And
Yes.
there's a follow-up article.
It's so fucking good. Read
Here we go. Natick. At least 8 times since early December, the owner of the Natick Outdoor Store made an unpleasent discovery when he arrived at work, a pile of human feces. On Wednesday, Natick police officer Andrea Grosher, 51, of Ashland, in the parking lot of the store at 38 North Ave, where they found her getting ready to use the toilet once again, authorities say.
It's not using the toilet when there's no toilet present. It's using the pavement.
I'm so happy they arrested her, said the Natick Outdoor Store owner Henry Canner.
Sick of cleaning up the shit
I have
with
no
the
idea
gravel.
who she is. This has been ongoing. She has defecated quite often over here. There's nothing more disgusting than coming into your own parking lot in the morning and seeing a pile of human excrement.
Yeah, I can't think of anything worse than maybe a bear.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Grosher's lawyer described her as a pillar of the community.
Pillar shit.
She's a pillar of the community.
And I just want to rewind it real quick to when he was like, I don't even know this woman. Like, it would have been, I just imagined in my head instantly just like a murder mystery kind of thing. Just
I don't
like,
even know who she is.
who's doing it? It could be one of 12 people that
Who's
have a
banging the
vendetta
dookie on
against this one Natick
Let's see,
outdoor
who hates
owner.
me? So the pillar of the community, and said she works full time during her arraignment in the Natick District Court on Tuesday.
That's not much of a thing. I work full time. Yes, most people do.
Okay, most people do. Police spokesman Lieutenant Carol Rossi said police began investigating the incidents last month after Canner reported repeatedly finding the feces in his parking lot. At first, they thought it was an animal, but then they noticed the toilet paper and other wipes, items animals would not have access to, Rosie said. Thanks for the clarification.
What about
These
smart
bears
animals?
coming out here with their wet wipes. I don't know what's going on.
I've seen raccoons' hands, those crafty devils.
Those crafty devils. The incidents were caught on...
Just imagine a dog wiping his own ass. Like, I gotta do everything around here.
The cameras are like, we didn't think they had access to that. The incidents were...
Imagine this is how we figure out that dogs are evolving. They're just shitting and wiping themselves.
That's right.
Like, I can't have a dirty
I don't know where else I was going to go. I wasn't allowed to go in the house.
If a bear shits in a parking lot, does the... and no one's around to hear it, does it... Wait. I think I'm getting things
Yeah,
mixed
you
up.
got to mix up. The incidents were caught on camera, but the vehicle's license plate hadn't been captured at the scene. Rossi said the police had been doing extra patrols at the store in an effort to identify the excrement vandal. They caught Grosher in the parking lot at 6:51 a.m., police said.
We're on the stakeout.
We're on the dookie out.
Are you on the Dookie case? Yeah. The outdoor Dookie thief. No, thief. Come back.
The Duke of Dookie is struck again.
The Duke of Dookie. The outdoor ostracizer of bowels. Wait, no, fuck.
The bowel behemoth has struck again.
You're coming up with great ones, and I'm bad at it.
Both Rossi and Canner said they have no idea why Grosher would defecate in the lot. Canner said he does not know her and does not know of any connection to him or his store.
I don't know this woman.
I can't figure out why anyone would do that, Canner says. Police charged Grosher of 20 Blue Jay Lane with 8 counts of wanton destruction of property.
I wanted to shit, and so it's
So I did. We have a follow-up article,
Yes.
which is entitled, Why Did the Ashland Woman Allegedly Use the Natick Store Lot as a Toilet? No one knows.
That's the whole article.
I just
no one
love
knows.
they give some more juicy details in here.
I don't know if it's going to be part of this article, but I think it's going to. So go on. If it's not, then I'll.
A day after the Ashland woman was arrested and accused of repeatedly defecating in the Natick outdoor store parking lot, one question remains: why? And the thing is, I love about this follow-up article, they clearly knew that their website had never seen so much traffic as the day before when they published this, so they needed to publish a follow-up.
Why did they commit this heinous crime? Because I imagine the local news of just like they just go up to a woman and she's like, I don't know why somebody would poop in a parking
lot. Like, excuse me, ma'am, would you care to comment on the pooping in the parking lot? What? Why would someone do that?
I haven't heard about it, but I feel willing to make a comment on the record.
Natick outdoor store owner Henry Canner has said he has a clear video of Andrea Grosher, 51, of Ashland, pooping repeatedly in his parking lot. And Natick police said they caught her in the act on Wednesday. Yet no one seems to know of a connection between her and the business.
Just ankles. The pants are on her ankles.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just like surrounded with a SWAT team, and she's like,
get down on the ground. I pooped there. Get down on the ground. But I pooped there. Get down on the ground.
Lay in your poop. Rub your nose in your poop. You know what you did.
I think the biggest question is why, said the police spokesman, Lieutenant Cara Rossi. No one knows. It remains a mystery.
Is that the article?
Canner said he attended Grosher's Natick District court arraignment on Wednesday to see her and see if he had ever met her. He said even when he met her out in the hall after she was released to try to get a closer look at her. I have no idea who she is, Canner told the Daily News on Thursday. I've never seen her as far as I know. It's just bizarre. Grosher's lawyer declined to comment on the case, but he did say he did not believe there was a connection between Grosher, the outdoor store, or Canner. Grosher, through Gertzenfield, I guess that's a lawyer, also declined to comment. Natick police have been watching the parking lot recently due to Canner reporting the repeated incidents. According to the police report, an officer watched Grosher pull into the lot about 6:45 on Wednesday.
Sneaky.
Then she allegedly backed her Lincoln SUV into a parking spot, used the front and back doors to form a barrier, and defecated on the ground. Police said Grosher then got into her car and began driving. Police pulled her over. Grosher apologized to police and then she had...
Oh, sorry, I took a big old...
Grosher apologized to the police and then she had irritable bowel syndrome, a disorder of the large intestine that caused diarrhea.
That's the detail.
And said it was an emergency. So why 8 ties? She said she was on her way to work as a nanny. The location where she worked was less than 4 blocks away in a house which contains a bathroom. According to which the house contains a bathroom. According to the report, Grosher would not answer why she did not use the public restrooms that were available nearby or wait 5 minutes until she would get to work. She would not answer why she had laxative in her possession, an item someone with diarrhea would not typically use.
Yes. What the? This is a weird cold case. I don't know if you're gonna get anything more from her. There's so many details that we're missing.
Oh God,
this is amazing.
During Grosher's arraignment, prosecutors did not request bail. Gertzenfield described Grosher as a pillar of the community who is employed full time and is a parent.
But
it's just disgusting, said the police officer. What if a kid gets out of the car and steps in the bile? That's the end of the article.
I'm thinking about the children here.
What if a kid gets out, steps in some dookie? He's gonna have to rinse off his shoe.
Covered in shit. This is terrible. He's got a lot of shit.
Have you ever stepped in dookie? It's terrible.
The fact, okay, so it's wild on multiple levels.
Yes,
because this is why it's a cold case. Because it's wild on some.
It's a cold case. Just like puts his finger in the poop and like licks it, and he's like, "It's not fresh. It's cold."
Also, this is dog poop. Even just if it was human.
Sir, the human poop is over here.
Oh, okay, let me.
Okay.
Stop, sir.
Okay, this one's warm.
I think this is. You're doing this on purpose now. I'm grossed out, sir. Like this is strange diet she has. A lot of cold cases are cold because of police were not doing their job.
Yep.
In this case, the police were doing too much of their job.
We were patrolling too much.
They're patrolling way too much. I'm from Natick. That's my hometown. Yeah. not a ton happens there. So, like, I could see this 100% being, like, big news. The pooper got caught. Like, we got him.
Mad pooper.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
Mr. Mayor, what do you think about the pooping situation? No one pooping on the streets.
What I say
Everyone's
is
pooping
toilets
here.
now, toilets tomorrow, toilets
I
forever.
don't know how the mayor's Bernie Sanders.
The American
What's
people,
with all these pooping people?
the 1% are using our parking lots as
shit.
restrooms.
They
It's
use the
unacceptable.
excuse of irritable bowel syndrome, but we know they have laxatives in
their purse.
toilet paper.
Subsidized laxatives.
Paid
We
by
need to close the
tax
laxative
paper.
loophole.
It's so wild. I didn't know the laxatives. I thought it was just
Yeah.
irritable bowel syndrome.
No.
It's wild to go in the same place.
She claimed IBS, but actually had a
Laxatives.
laxative on her,
And
which
it's-
means she was very purposely doing
Shit,
this.
yeah, she was shitting on purpose.
8 times.
I think
8
it's-
times.
I think it's like we did a story way back about the Sheboygan toilet clogger.
That's right.
And that was just like a pathological thing that they just did. I think this is similar.
Another
where she just is
pathological,
like,
yeah.
I need to shit.
I think you're
in a
right.
parking lot.
I need to shit in
Because
the
she had
parking lot.
every opportunity to shit anywhere else. We've all had close calls. We've
Yeah,
had those times when you're really clenching your white knuckling on the car. And
Yeah,
just
but
like,
after
I
the 4th
need to-
time, maybe you rethink your strat.
you need to build in a toilet to your car. Something
You
like
need to get a tour bus that has a toilet in the back that you can absolutely destroy.
Yes, exactly. Get your own tour bus on that nanny
Oh my God.
salary.
That was quite the adventure through the parking lot pooper, Will. Thank you for taking that journey with me.
Thank you for having that article. That was a good one. That
And
was
now-
like I forgot about that until you said that, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's amazing."
Oh my God.
Now, let's go to my last segment.
Okay.
Also dinosaur themed.
OMG.
Amazon erotica.
Hey.
Now, what do you think this is gonna be? Dinosaur? Do you think it's gonna be human dinosaur? Dinosaur?
Both.
No.
Human
It's all-
dinosaur. It's human dinosaur then.
So okay, a lot of these are short. So I have like a few that I'm gonna go through that are
Perfect.
short.
Perfect.
This one is called "Taken by the T-Rex."
Yeah, of course you
Dinosaur
were.
erotica. And
It's
the
about an
cover-
alien who got abducted by a
cover
T-Rex.
is amazing because it looks like a Princess Leia, like Slave Leia cosplayer, like on her side, like sexy posing, and then there's just a T-Rex just in the background, just photoshopped in.
It's totally photoshopped.
All right, so the description. Drin is her tribe's chief huntress. She lives for the thrill of the hunt. Men and sex hold no allure for her, as Drin has never found a partner to satisfy her. When a T-Rex descends upon her village, destroying it, Drin demands that the tribe's hunters go in search of the beast and slaughter it. Opting for safety instead of vengeance, the tribe moves to a new location, hoping that the big beast wouldn't follow them. It does.
Shocker. It does.
It does. Drin taunts the beast, giving her tribe mates time to flee. As she runs, leading it through a gauntlet of traps. Real Home Alone
When
situation.
did you set up these traps?
The thrill of the hunt soars through her blood, leaving her wet with desire. Yuck.
What?
When the angry T-Rex corners the huntress in a box canyon, it's terrible planning. She had traps and she's like, I really painted myself into the corner.
Shouldn't have ended my scavenger hunt in this canyon.
I thought I would die like way earlier on. It seems more interested in her. Oh, god damn it. Her wet womanhood than her flesh.
Gross.
This is 19 pages, and the reviews. here's the
It's
summary.
19 pages. Is that all you got, bud?
People were like, "There's not a lot of sex in this."
You didn't even get
through.
through
You want more?
The gauntlet of traps wasn't even that gauntlet.
That's 18 of the pages. Is the gauntlet of traps. So, okay.
It was like an assignment from school. Like, okay, you have to write an erotica, and he's like, yeah, but I really want to write
But
this trap.
like,
I
really
want to
want
write this Home Alone sequel.
This is all just in service of my Home Alone fan fiction with
That's right.
dinosaurs. All right, so this next one, we've never talked about this particular this author.
Also, I have to
but it's
say
a
about
famous
that. I have to
author.
say about that.
Famous.
What
Quotation.
kind of messed up?
Yes.
You ever been hunting a deer, and all of a sudden you want to put your
You
dick
got
in
a big, you got a big boner, and you're just like, "Whoa, we got it!"
Thrill of the hunt.
Thrill of the hunt. Noticed my boner, so I just got it stared right into the one-eyed
Oh,
snake.
God.
Okay, we're off this. we're off this
We're
one
off
snake.
this.
All right, so this next one is by a fellow who is famous online I've heard of this person,
Okay.
and they're like a famous erotica person.
Okay.
His name's Chuck Tingle.
His name is Chuck Tingle.
This is I'm almost 100% a pseudonym. But
I love the name Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle.
My next
Here's
D&D
the
character
thing.
is going to be named Chuck Tingle.
they call his erotica Chuck Tingle's Tinglers.
Of course they do.
His Tinglers. We're going to be. I think this is going to be just like I'm gonna go through
Tinglers.
Chuck Tingle's like his
We should have
entire.
a segment that's just we rank the Chuck Tinglers.
He has so many.
Yeah, we got to rank them though.
There's a lot, and they're hilarious. They're so fucking good.
Oh my god! All right,
So
we
I
got to
think-
we got
I
to
think
rank
the
them
ne-
just by conceptually.
I think the next few Amazon eroticas are going to be
Tinglers.
Because
And we'll come
it's
up
so
with the
good.
definitive ranking of Chuck Tinglers.
Chuck Tinglers. Let me just read his bio real quick because it's short. Hugo Award nominee Dr. Chuck Tingle is an erotic author and Taekwondo grandmaster.
Oh my god!
Almost black belt from Billings, Montana. After
He
receiving
will
his,
tell you. He will sing you a siren song, and when you are rock hard, he will judo slam you into the ground.
I'm gonna show you the picture for his like profile in one sec, but he's after receiving his PhD at DeVry University
Holy shit.
in holistic massage.
Of course.
Chuck found himself fascinated by all things sensual, leading to his creation of The Tingler, a story so blissfully erotic it cannot be experienced without eliciting a sharp tingle down the spine. Chuck's hobbies include backpacking, checkers, and sports.
And judo slamming you.
Okay, so look at this picture. I don't know if you can like see it, but it's
It's just a guy riding
picture
on a
of-
dinosaur with a top hat, and it says, "Love is real."
It's a drawing of Chuck Tingle, presumably, who they didn't give him a great hairline.
Nope.
And he's in a taekwondo gi riding a triceratops with a top hat, and it's wonderful.
And it says, "Love is real."
So Chuck Tingle is great because I feel like there's a certain cross section of like being self-aware, but also having that just like drive, the passion. He is self-aware and like there's a if
Like,
you,
this is a well-educated man.
if you are not self-aware but you are passionate, that creates some good cheese. That's
Yeah.
some great shit because
Right.
it's people who just don't understand what
Right.
they're doing is wild. That's how you get The Room.
Yeah.
It's also great when
That's how you get Charles Barkley as a person.
but you have passion, but you also have
Awareness.
You can create.
You can channel your. You
can
can channel
create-
your energy.
if it's self-aware but with no passion, that's trying to sell out. You're trying to make a buck. If there's nothing, then yeah, no passion, no self-awareness.
God.
That's how you get garbage.
Oh my god.
So this is all of Chuck Tingle's things have a theme, which is in the butt. I got onto this because it was linked to the last one I had, and it's his first book is called Space Raptor Butt Invasion.
Excuse me. What?
With his genre-defining work, Space Raptor Butt Invasion, Chuck Tingle proved that even gay dinosaur erotica could be nominated for a Hugo Award. This is what was nominated. That's why he's a nominee. The most prestigious honor in science fiction. Nobody could have expected what would happen when the story continued. Collected here is the entire trilogy of Chuck Tingle's history-making Space Raptor Butt series. So this is a Space Raptor Butt Invasion description.
Why are all these paleontologists not giving the people what they want? The people really just want to hear about the butt
They
stuff.
want to hear about the butt stuff. Space can be a lonely place, especially when you're stationed by yourself on this distant planet of Zorbus. In fact, Lance isn't even quite sure that he can last a whole year before
Space
his
can be a
shuttle bus arrives. Yeah.
Space can be a lonely place when you have cataracts and you can't find a mate.
Well, the dinosaurs reaching around trying to grab your
It's like,
butt.
who's there? Who's there?
He's using echolocation, but it's in space. There's no sound in space. But when a mysterious visitor appears at Lance's terraforming station, he will quickly realize that he might not be so alone after all. Soon enough, Lance becomes close with this mysterious new astronaut, a velociraptor. Together they form an unlikely duo, which quickly begins to cross the boundary of friendship into something much, much more sensual. It's not gay if it's a man and a dinosaur, is it?
At what point does it matter? At what point does it matter?
Self-awareness of Chuck Tingle. He knows that it's wild what he's writing about, but he enjoys it. He wouldn't
Chuck
write as
Tingle.
many stories as he's written without
Chuck
also being like,
freaking Tingle.
he's like, this is weird that I'm writing about dinosaur like and butts and stuff, but like, y'all into this as much as I am? Like, I'm
Who's here for me?
I'm
Who's here for me?
kind of half-mast. I'm not lying. All right, so Space Raptor Butt Redemption. Butt Redemption 2. You're all right, boy. Slaps him on the butt. After a year stationed on the planet's orbit, astronaut Lance Tanner, which is the perfect erotica name, and his raptor lover Orion return home to find that they are not greeted as heroes, but as villains. Unbeknownst to Lance, his space travels has been funded by the villainous Scoundrels Incorporated.
Scoundrels Incorporated. You were taking money from Scoundrels Incorporated and didn't know what it was?
It's SpaceX, I think. A corporation that has deep ties to the illegal train of unicorn tears and destructive mining project at the core of the Earth. Now Lance is on trial for a number of false charges, from having connections to the wicked scoundrels to being too strange for space. Too strange for space.
If I can't be strange in space, where the hell can I be strange?
Space is the strangest place you can go. The opposing lawyer argues that space is only for serious astronauts, and that love between a raptor and a man is giving space travel a bad name. It's too silly, Lance, you silly boy. You can't fuck a raptor in space.
You can't do that here.
You can't. There's a lawyer. You're paying me how much?
We have to protect the integrity of space.
Lance is a silly, silly boy, and I have evidence to prove it.
Your Honor, space needs to be serious.
It needs to be a serious time.
The moon, no jokes about the moon.
If there's a single joke on the moon, then we eject them from the pod and they die.
Out the airlock.
Lance is arguing that there's room to be weird in space. Yes, Lance, I think there is. More importantly...
So is this erotica novel just a long, drawn-out court battle?
There's no sex. It's like the last one. There's too much hunting. Lance is arguing for the idea of love itself, that just because something comes out of darkness doesn't mean it can't become a beacon of light. I love that. He's like getting serious. Of course, this all culminates in a hardcore dinosaur and astronaut pounding your jaw on the courtroom floor.
Oh my god.
Exhibit A.
Exhibit B. Zip.
Guilty.
Gavel.
And then the last one. Space Raptor Butt Ascension. Soon after blasting off on their mission to find refuge for the people of Earth 1 on the dinosaur-inhabited Earth 2. This is like the
alternate
multiverse
timeline.
DC universe,
Right.
where dinosaur Batman lives. Orion and a Space Raptor lover, Lance. That's not right. Lance is the human.
Wait, did he mess it up? Or did you mess it up?
I think he messed it. I think he means Orion and his Space Raptor, like he's the Space Raptor lover is Lance. It's just terribly written. Find a spaceship stowaway, the notorious CEO of Scoundrels Inc., Vam Docs. Vam claims that his intentions are pure, but it's hard to trust a sad, strange man.
Well, especially one with cataracts.
He can't see anything, but I can see into his eyes that he's evil. After landing in Hugona, the planet capital of Earth 2, our heroes restrain Vam Docs and head off to secure an important diplomatic relationship with the pterodactyl president.
Oh my god.
But that's when all hell breaks loose. Soon, Vam Docs is storing the capital with a band of rabid dogs. Lance and Orion are wrongly taken to blame? What? Once again, a court scene that lasts the entire book. Fortunately, Lance and Orion know that the only cure for this evil, this strong, is to prove that their love is a hardcore gay encounter at the steps of the Capitol building. When the smoke clears, what? Whoa! We need to go harder and faster!
It's bringing down the nearby buildings!
Will Vam Docs be revealed as the supervillain that he claims to be, or a meek, lonesome man-baby who is starving for attention? I love you, Chuck Tingle, and we're going to be reading more of your things. I love Chuck Tingle. Chuck Tingle's a great guy. This entire book is 49 pages.
I love it.
I might buy it. Also, he photoshops his own cover, and this is the cover. It has a dinosaur in a space suit.
It's a hunky man, and then a dinosaur in an orange jumpsuit. Oh my god!
Like how they take the NASA pictures.
I love this. The butt trilogy.
Oh.
Oh
That
my
was-
God, Chuck
we had a-
Tingle is a national treasure.
And we're going to be reading more of him later on another Segment City. But we're at the end of this episode
Thanks
of Segment
for
City.
making it through all that butt stuff with us.
Yeah, if you want to send us more butts, wait, no, don't send us butt stuff. If you want to send us any segments, any questions, just want to send us an email us at segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com. Hit up our Twitter, hit up our YouTube channel.
Thank you to Rachel Robinson
Yes.
for our intro music. She's wonderful. She has a podcast named Create Loud. You can find it here, I suppose.
On any podcast network. Hey, leave us a review, leave us a star rating
Yeah, it
if you
helps.
enjoy this. Send it to your friends. Go to our YouTube. I know I've been bad about
Bad boy.
posting things on YouTube, but I'll post some more. Don't worry. I'll be a good boy this year.
Thank you
Mr.
for
Obama.
listening. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, where's my cataract?
Where's it?
Drops.
I'm feeling around the dark.
Honey, help! Help! I can't see you.
Bye.
Bye.